Hello everyone, this is Rekha, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology of Dr. NGP Arts and Science College. So in this video, I'm going to share about the introduction to Python. So let us see the content of the slides. So in this video, I'm going to share about the overview of the Python programming and comment lines, identifier, keywords, variables, and the built-in data types, that is native data types of Python programming. In the introduction part, we call the Python programming as dynamic, high-level and interpreted programming language. So it is a dynamic typed language. We call the Python as a dynamic typed language. It's also called as a strongly typed. That means it does not allow any mixing data such as an integer or floating points or any string. So Python is considered as the high-level language. That means there are a significant number of abstractions between the Python code and also the machine instructions. It also supports object-oriented programming and the functional programming. So here the Python programming is an interpreted programming language. So this means it uses an interpreter, and interpreter is very different from the compiler. An interpreter can execute the statement of a code one by one, whereas the compiler execute the code entirely and list all the possible error at a time. So that's why the Python shows only one error messages even though your code has a multiple error. So this will help you to clear the error easily and also definitely will increase the execution speed. And Python is generally considered to be the human-friendly language and also easy to learn, easy to write and easy to read. So Python is a free and open source software. So we don't need to buy to use it, and also the source code for the Python programming itself is freely available. And at last, it also supports the automatic memory management and have a large standard libraries. So Python has an excellent built-in library, so which are extra tools for doing a variety of things. So in most of the programming language, it takes an intermediate to advanced skill to make a simple web server or to grab a web page and also read it into a string. So in Python, each of these things can be done on line of a code. So each and every line is considered here one line within the one line of the code. And in this slide, we'll see about who made the Python. So Python is invented by the Dutch programmer called Guido van Rossum in the year of 1980s. So he named the language Python not from the snake, but from the Monty Python flying circus. So the name Python is derived from the shows which is done in the Netherlands. And Python 1.0 was released in the year of November 1994. In 2000, Python 2.0 was released. So the latest version of the Python is 3.5.1. Yes, let's see about the comment line. So the comment, what is the use of the comment? Comment which make the code more readable and also user friendly can able to understand for the user. So here in comment we can give it as a single line commenting and also the multiple line commenting. So single line commenting, the as symbol is followed. So we have to give the prefix as a ash, and it is followed with the string. And in the multi-line commenting, we can use a triple quotation. So we start with the triple quotation and we can give some of the strings for user identification and enclosed with the triple quotations. So this is can able to more readable for the user. For user identification, the single line commenting and multiple line commenting are done in the Python programming. And let's see about the identifier. So identifier is the name which is given to the function or any variable or any other objects. So there are some of the rules of the identifier. The first rule, the identifier can be a sequence of a lowercase or uppercase or integer or any combination of anything. And the second rule, identifier name should always start with the lowercase or the uppercase. It must not start with the digit. So identifier name should not be the reserved word. So we'll see about the reserved words in the Python in the next slide. And the third rule, we cannot use a keyword like a integer, that is int, while, for, etc. So these are all the things is the reserved word. So the reserved word cannot be the identifier. So we cannot use the reserved word as a variable name or any function name. And also the one of the main rule, we cannot use any white space or blank space while we are giving the name for the variable. That is, when we are using an identifier, we cannot use any the white spaces, and only the instead we can use the underscore to use a special character in the identifier name. And the length of the identifier name should not be more than 79 character. Yes, so this is the example. So here we have given the valid and invalid identifier. So invalid, my name. So my name, we don't specify any blank space. So my name is one of the valid, and my underscore name, your underscore name. So these are all the things is a valid identifier. It's a good example for specifying the name for the identifier. And invalid, so where we don't use these kind of things for when we are specifying the variable name. So my space name, that is, here the space is not allowed in the first example. And the second thing, we should not start with the digit or number. So always the identifier name should start with the lowercase or the uppercase. And the third thing is your Ash name. So I told you that, so instead of space, we can use an underscore. So underscore is only one special character which is used in the Python programming. So instead, we should not use any as symbol or any other special character. Okay, so this is the best example which we need to understand about the identifier. Let us see about the keywords. So keywords means it's like a reserved word. So here there are a list of reserved words like false, none, true, import, try, while, if, else if. So these are all some of the reserved words in the Python programming. So the reserved words may not be used as an identifier or any of the variable name. And in the next slide, we'll know about what is variable and how to assign the value to the variable. So a variable is the name given to a memory locations. So how to initialize a variable? So variable can be initialized with the syntax called variable is equal to expression. Say for example, number is equal to 10. So number here we call it as a variable name, and 10 is the value which is given to the variable number. So here we are using a assignment operator equal to for assigning the value to the variable. So assigning a value to a variable in Python is done by the assignment operator equal to. Yes, so assigning a multiple values to the multiple variable. So we can assign a multiple values to a number of variables. So for example, A, B, C is equal to 5, 3.2 and hello. So all these, any kind of data types we can assign to the variable. So here once we print A, B, C, we will get the output for the A is 5 and B is 3.2 and C is hello. And assigning a same value to the multiple variable is also possible in the Python programming. So A, B, C is equal to orange. So here the orange is one of the string. This value is assigned to all the three variables A, B, C. Yes, now let us see about the native data types, that is built-in data types of the Python programming. So Python programming can be categorized into number of data types like numeric, dictionary, boolean, set and sequence type. So the numeric can be categorized into three ways, that is integer, complex number and float. And sequence type is about string, tuple, list. So let us see one by one. So first we'll see about the numeric data types. So numeric data types is categorized into the three types, that is integer, floating and complex. So integer means we know it may be a positive or negative whole number, so without any fractional part. So here the example has been given. The integer value can be denoted with the positive sign or the negative sign. And the floating type is any real number with the floating point representation in which a fractional component is denoted by decimal symbol or any scientific notations. So always the values which comes with the decimal point. And the last data type is about the complex. So complex is a number with a real and imaginary component which is represented as a x plus 2y. Next data type is about the Boolean. So here data with one of two built-in values is true or false. Here we have to notice both true and false. The first character T and F should be in capital in Python program. So in the overall keywords, overall reserved words, the three reserved words true, false and none should be comes with the first character capital. And if we give in the smaller case means like a true, false and none, if it is in the smaller case, it will show you an error. So none, which represent the null object in the Python, and also it returned by the function that don't explicitly return a value. Yes, the next data type is about the sequence data type. So sequence data type, it is categorized into three data types like a string, tuples. So let's see about one by one. So sequence is an ordered collections of similar or different data types. So Python has the following built-in sequence data type. The first data type is about the string. String value is a collection of one or more character put it in the single, double and triple quotation. So the string is enclosed with the single quotation, double quotation, triple quotation is considered as the string. So here the example shows you string 1 is equal to triple quotation geeks for life. So if we give within a triple quotation, it is called as a string data type. And the second sequence data type is about the list. So list is the object, is a ordered collection of one or more data item, not necessarily of the same type, which is put into the square bracket. So list is always comes with the square bracket. So within the square bracket, we can have number of items. So each and every items will be indexed. So starting from the 0 index and it goes on till n minus 1. So here there is an example. List is equal to, within the square bracket, we have used some of the list of items like geeks comes with the index 0 and for is index 1 and another geek is the index 2. So there are three different items. So if we want to retrieve any of the items means we have to give the index value. So print list of 0 means we will get the first index item geek. And list of 2 means it gives you the end of the items geeks. So this is the way where we can specify the list of items inside the square bracket. And the third sequence data type is about the tuple. So tuple object is the ordered collections of one or more data items, not necessarily of the same data types, and it is put into the parenthesis, that is rounded bracket. So tuple here we can have the list of items, but only the braces has been changed with the parenthesis, that is a rounded braces. So here tuple 1 is equal to, within the rounded braces, 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are all the list of items. These are all the tuples. So here the two tuples has been created in the second tuple with a string called Python ungeek. In the third tuple we will given as the tuple 1 comma tuple 2. So if we print the tuple 3, we will get the combinations of the tuple 1 and the tuple 2. So the output will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and Python geeks. So this is the output. So this is, we call it as the list tuples. The next data type, very important, it's a dictionary. So the order of element in a dictionary is an undefined. That means we can iterate over these followings. So here, always the dictionary which is followed with the key with the value. So the syntax is key colon value. The value is always depend on the key. So here we have given some example. Dictionary is equal to within the curly braces. So here the bracket we going to use is curly bracket. So within the curly bracket, the key value 1 colon geek. So 1 is the key colon which is followed by the geek. Here it is a string. So 1, 2, 3. These are all the key. Geek for geek is the value. So always the dictionary comes within the curly braces and the key followed by the values and the items in a key value pair in a dictionary. So the Python dictionary is an unordered collection of the key value pair. Yes, and the last data type is about the set. Set is the unordered collections of a data type that is iteratable and mutable. The ordered element in a set is undefined through it may consist of a various element. A set does not contain any duplicate value or the elements. So here the set is also comes with the curly bracket. So here one of the example, create a set with the use of the list. So here we have used the list for creating the set. So this is the main example. So set 1 is equal to set of, so in within the square, so square bracket is like a list. So within the square bracket, geeks for geeks as given as one of the string within the items. So within the list, so once if we print the set 1, we will get the set value geeks for geeks. So it is one of the example which is given for the set data types. So that's all about the today's video session. So in this video, we have understand the overview of the Python programming, about the single and multiple comment line, about identifier and what are all the keywords that is reserved word, and also we have understand how to assign a single value to the multiple variable and multiple values to the multiple variables, and at last we have understand about the built-in, that is native data types in the Python program. So thank you very much. So thanks for watching this video. Thank you.